If you're a fan of my content and you want even more, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrainElium, link in the description, for live streams 5 days a week. Come and join our amazing community. Hey everybody, AceTrainElium here, and welcome to another episode of Form Fight. Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form, or a branched evolution, or counterpart Pokemon. We have a look at the differences between the Pokemon in question, and we try and work out which one is the best. And so we can see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. We also have a metronome battle between them just for a little bit of fun. If you're already a fan of Form Fight and you're ready for more, make sure you've already hit the like button, and of course subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. With all that out of the way, let's have a look at today's challenges. In today's Form Fight, we're going to be comparing the two forms of Cherrim, Overcast form and Sunshine form. Now, when you have a Cherrim in your party, it will always be in its normal form. However, during harsh sunlight, Cherrim will transform into Sunshine form because of its ability, which we'll get to later. What makes these two forms of Cherrim so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokédex, both forms of Cherrim stand at 0.5 meters tall and weigh 9.3 kilograms. They share a Pokédex entry which reads, "During times of strong sunlight, its bud blooms, its petals open fully, and it becomes very active. If it senses strong sunlight, it opens its folded petals to absorb the sun's rays with its whole body." Appearance-wise, Overcast Cherrim simply looks like a pink-bodied flower with closed purple petals, and Sunshine Cherrim is literally a yellow-bodied flower with pink petals. In their shiny forms, Overcast's purple petals turn blue, and Sunshine Cherrim changes its pink features to a much lighter pink. Now let's have a look at their typing, weaknesses, and resistances. Both these Pokemon are pure Grass-type Pokemon, which makes them weak to Flying, Poison, Bug, Fire, and Ice-type moves. They both resist Ground, Water, Grass, and Electric-type attacks and have no immunities. Now let's take a look at the stats and abilities of these Pokemon forms. Both forms of Cherrim have exactly the same stats, with average HP and defense, decent special attack, special defense, and speed, and below average attack. They're both basically those Grass-type Pokemon that are just completely outclassed by so many other Pokemon with the same typing. The only ability Overcast Cherrim can have is Flower Gift, which transforms it into Sunshine form, so gives no benefits to Overcast form whilst it's on the field. As for Sunshine form, its only ability is Flower Gift. However, this ability increases Cherrim and its allies' attack and special defense by one stage while Sunlight is in effect, which technically means it always has 50% higher attack and special defense than Overcast form whenever it's in existence, and is pretty useful for giving important allies a much needed boost. Now it's time for me to decide which of these two forms of Cherrim I prefer, and even though technically one can't exist without the other, I'm leaning towards Sunshine form. Like, if I was going to use a Cherrim, I would want to make sure that Sunshine is always in effect so that I always have Sunshine form. Because of course it has higher attack, higher special defense, it's obviously going to give higher attack and special defense to its allies, so it just has so many more benefits than the Overcast form. And not only that, but just appearance-wise as well, I just prefer the Sunshine form. It looks better, it's better in battle, so it just ticks all the boxes for me. But of course, it's not just up to me to decide, it's up to you guys to decide which of these is your favorite. But before you decide, let's see these Pokemon on the battlefield. It's time for the metronome battle. Now, as always, these Pokemon have max IVs in all stats, 0 EVs in all stats. They're not holding any items, they've got neutral natures, they're the same type, and they've got the same base stats. Everything else will be decided by the metronome, except for one thing where I've had to tweak this battle just a little bit. So that these two Pokemon don't randomly change forms during the battle, I needed to give them both the Klutz ability. However, giving them the Klutz ability removes the Flower Gift ability, which means that Sunshine form doesn't get the +1 attack and special defense that it would normally have if it were in battle. Because remember, Sunshine form only exists when Sunshine's in effect, but when Sunshine's in effect, it gets that boost from the Flower Gift ability. So the way I've got around this, because both Pokemon have Klutz, is I've given the Overcast form Protect, which it will use on the first 2 turns, and then I've given the Sunshine form Howl and Aromatic Mist, so that basically on the first turn it will use Howl and increase its attack by 1 stage as if the sun were out, and then on the second turn we'll use Aromatic Mist on each other so that they both increase their special defense by 1 stage, because I'm pretty sure there isn't another move that does special defense up by 1 stage, so I really had to do my research on this one. So then after the second turn, once turn 3 happens, that's when the actual metronome battle will start, because then we have an Overcast form with the stats and the increases that it would normally have, and we have the Sunshine form with the stat increases it would have if harsh sunlight was in effect, because that's the only time it would exist. I hope that makes sense. It does, so I'm not worried about that. But everything else is all up to the metronome. Let's go. So here's one a lot of you have been asking for. It's Cherrim versus Cherrim, Overcast versus Sunshine. Now, just in case you weren't paying attention before, Cherrim normally has the Flower Gift ability, which is what changes it into Sunshine form when the sun is in effect. However, these Cherrim all have the Klutz ability, so they don't randomly change forms during battle, so in order to get the stat boost that Cherrim Sunshine form normally has the whole time it exists, which is only during sunlight, I need them to use Howl and then Aromatic Mist to give them +1 attack and +1 special defense, just so both these Pokemon are entering the battle in the exact same state they would be in their existing forms, if that makes any sense. So once the Aromatic Mist has taken place on the next round, we will get straight into the actual Metronome Battle part of this Metronome Battle. So here we see the Aromatic Mist, which will increase the allies' special defense by 1 stage. I really had to do some research to find out just 1 stage of special defense increase. It's not the easiest thing to find. Most special defense related things do +2 or add on special attack or something like that. So now we're ready to go with the Metronome Battle. Here comes regular Sunshine form, starting things off with a Teeter Dance to confuse everybody on the field but itself. What a fantastic start. So it's gonna, all hell's about to break loose. That's what we know. Here's the confusion on Shiny Sunshine, regular Overcast, and Shiny Overcast. Where will this lead this battle? I have absolutely no idea, but tune in to find out what happens. Overcast is confused, is going to ignore it and go for the Metronome though. No confusion this turn for this Pokemon. Going to go for Shell Smash and reduce its defense and special defense by 1 stage and increase its attack, special attack, and speed by 2 stages. So for anyone thinking the Flower Gift increase that we gave the Sunshine form at the start of the battle was unfair, already that Overcast form is ready to deal with them. Shiny Overcast also not going to be confused here, going for the Metronome. What will it choose? Goes for Boom Burst. It's going to hit everybody on the field here, but remember, increased special defense on the Sunshine forms and lowered special defense on the Overcast form from that Shell Smash, doing massive damage to its ally and just a bit of chip damage to each of its opponents. Here we see Shiny Sunshine is going to slack off, so it's going to just rest for this turn, increase its HP back up to maximum, negating that Boom Burst from the previous turn. So wow, not a good start, I should say, for the Overcast form. What is Overcast going to do here after that Shell Smash? It's going to go for Dig, which is not very effective, but remember, it is at +2 attack, so it'll do more than it normally would. It'll do double what it normally would on these Sunshine Cherrim, and it's going to hide underground, so it won't be hit by attacks. Just like that Tickle that came out from regular Sunshine, no target, and here comes Shiny Sunshine. Will it have a target in mind? It's going to go for Draco Meteor, but Overcast avoids the attack because it's underground. That's very lucky for the Overcast team. Shiny Overcast again is going to ignore the confusion. This confusion has not been doing much for the on the Overcast side of things. Quick attack for a little bit of chip damage again to Shiny Sunshine there. Here is the regular Overcast using Dig. It did more damage than it normally would, but still isn't very effective on that regular Sunshine form. Here comes Shiny Sunshine though. What will it do here in retaliation? Going to go for Leer and lower the defense of both the Overcast forms, which means that regular Overcast is now at -2 defense and -1 special defense, so it doesn't really want to be hit by any moves at this point. Here comes regular Sunshine form with Sunny Day, incidentally. Not going to have any effect on the Pokemon in this battle, of course, because they don't have the Flower Gift ability for the purposes of this Metronome Battle, as I've explained enough times now. Shiny Overcast is going to hit itself. The confusion finally of some use to the Sunshine team, dealing some damage. And of course, Fire-type moves will be increased in the Sunshine, so keep that in mind. Comet Punch from +2 attack. Regular Overcast there doing 2 little hits on Shiny Sunshine. And here comes regular Sunshine. What will it do here? It's going to go for Razor Shell, which won't be very effective, but does a decent amount of damage to get regular Overcast down to, oh god, now it's at -3 defense, to get it less than half its max HP. Can't take any physical hits now, can Overcast. Noble Roar coming out from the Shiny Sunshine, which will lower the attack and special attack by 1 stage of Overcast. Overcast is not having a great time right now, regular Overcast. Here's Shiny Overcast, though, who is not confused this time, is going to go for the Metronome. What will it do here? It's going to go for Thrash, so it's going to lock itself into 2 or 3 turns of Thrash. Great damage, though, to Shiny Sunshine. Couple more of those, and Shiny Sunshine will be no more. Here is the regular Overcast, who is going to go for a Signal Beam, which is super effective, but remember, lowered special attack, a And oh my god, even though I was going to say its special attack had been lowered, but it was still at +1 special attack, takes down Shiny Sunshine, even with the increased special defense of Shiny Sunshine. There's another Thrash dealing a great amount of damage to regular Sunshine, who is now on the ropes without its ally. What's he going to do here? It's going to go for Spike Cannon on the -3 defense Overcast form. 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, and Overcast is down. It's now Shiny Overcast versus regular Sunshine form. Good lord, that was very lucky for the Sunshine Cherrim right there. What will it do here? It gets to start off the next turn as well due to the speed type. Goes for Reflect type. A wasted turn there. Going to copy the grass type, which it already is. So not a great move there. This is Overcast's opportunity. Goes for the 3rd turn of Thrash here. Not enough to take down Sunshine though. Sunshine living with 1 or 2 hit points. Now back to being confused is Shiny Overcast, which can't be good for it. But it's so close. Hits itself. It's so close to taking down regular Sunshine. What will regular Sunshine do here now that it's got an opening? It's going to go for Rototiller, which is not a great move to use here because it's going to increase the special attack, I believe. Yeah, oh, no, the attack and special attack of all the grass types on the field. So now it just gave its opponent a boost in power. Bearing in mind its opponent doesn't need the boost in power because it's only got about 2 hit points to take off this Sunshine form. Regular Overcast is confused, but it's going to go for the Metronome anyway. This could go either way right now. It's going to go for Nasty Plot and it's increased its special attack to now +3. Was that a bit of cockiness right there? Is that going to be the undoing for Overcast, or is Sunshine about to make a blunder? Who knows? Sunshine going for the Metronome. It's going to go for Steamroller, which is a bug-type move. That could be it with the increased attack, and it is. Down goes Overcast, and Sunshine has pulled it out of the bag at near death. So congratulations to the Sunshine team. Well done. What a great back-and-forth match that was. Gotta love Form Fight. So you've heard what I've got to say, you've seen these Pokemon on the battlefield, but now it's time for you to make your decision. Which of the 2 forms of Cherrim do you prefer? Is it Overcast Cherrim or Sunshine Cherrim? Let me know in the comments below and explain to everybody why your pick is the absolute best. And of course, that's where I'm going to leave this episode of Form Fight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to support the channel like these wonderful people down here do, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. And of course, for live streams 5 days a week, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrainerLiam. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.